Hey, what's going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt. We are back again here today at the only place that we always can be. And as you guys already know, that is Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Guys, we're back in front of the camera again. It's been a little while, and also it's been a little while since we actually did a video. It's been quite a few days, actually, maybe about 4 or 5, maybe 6, I'm not sure. Might even be a week, but as always, guys, I appreciate you for all sticking with me. I do apologize for the inconvenience and the lack of content, but I had so much going on with the MERCARI page, trying to get everything back on there. You really don't realize how much you're relisting until you actually have to do it. And for anybody who does not know what I'm talking about, the MERCARI store page, the Matt's Wrestling Collectibles MERCARI store page, I did a full revamp on it. Everything got restocked, inventory, redone. Everything's, just gone over, and we're back on track with everything. We do still have some items that have to be posted. There is a ton. As I said, guys, you don't really ever realize it until you have to actually do it again. And unfortunately, I had about maybe like 550, 600 items on MERCARI, something like that. So I deleted everything to be able to redo it, put it all back up there, at least the way that it needed to be. So everything is up to date, accurate, in stock. So if you go and check out the MERCARI store page, as always, there is a link to that in the comments below or in the description of this video. It's usually always there no matter what. So if you guys want to check out the MERCARI store page, there's still a bunch of stuff that I will be listing. I am hoping to have everything back on the page by the time this next weekend comes around. So this weekend coming up is September 7th and 8th, I believe, Saturday and Sunday, September 7th and 8th. So by the 8th of September, I do plan on having everything back up there. But as of right now, there's a little over 100 items on there, so feel free to go check it out while you still can, and while it is up there anyway, so, until we get everything back on there. But as always, guys, like I say, I appreciate everything. Appreciate you guys sticking with me. I'm sorry it took me so long to get this video back up and going, but we are here today with a new episode of Matt's Wrestling Collectibles Casual Conversation. And as you guys already know, that means we're going to be talking about some type of topic today. And as you already know, you saw it in the title below. That's why you're here. So let's get right into it, guys. What is going on with this From the Vault series? It started off great. It started off really great, actually. I thought the first series was absolutely spot on to being what somebody would want when it comes to, getting essentially re-releases. And again, I use that term lightly. I know some people want to, maybe go back and forth with me, and we can do that in the comments below, so feel free to drop one. But my thing is, when it comes down to a re-release, it has to be exactly the same thing. And granted, I understand if we get a re-release of a figure that did not have, pinless joints, and now it has pinless joints, you could even argue that. But my big thing is that, an example, we have Bruno Sammartino up on the wall over there, and I say this to people all the time. I believe that's Elite 25, something like Elite Series 25. They are re-releasing him. He's going to be in another Elite Series. He was supposed to be in a Legends Greatest Hits, but he wound up being into an Elite Series. I think it's like Elite 113 or 114. We're going to get the Bruno Sammartino, something like that. And my whole thing is, everybody's like, oh, it's a re-release, it's a re-release. But to me, it's really not. The figure comes with exactly the same stuff that it came with in this one. I believe it comes with the little stand and the microphone and the Hall of Fame plaque and all that great stuff. However, it is not the exact same figure because those trunks are blue and the new one's trunks are going to be like green. To me, it's a re-release, but it's more of like a repaint. You know what I mean? So it's tough. Everybody has their own opinion on it, but we're going to get into this today when it comes to the From the Vault set and what is going on with this series. So guys, as always, I think I may have shown you this once before. If you haven't seen it, now you know. Little hack on the Switch in case anybody is ever looking for it. Let me know in the comments below, or you can actually just check it out on YouTube. You can get on the internet on here, but all touchscreen. Obviously, you can go through Ringside on here. It's great. I use this as like a little computer. So today, guys, we are going to be going into right here. We're going to scroll right down. We've got, let's see, From the Vault. It's got to be in here somewhere, right? We're going to find it. And here it is right here. That's Series 3. We got to go to Series 4. And here we go, here we go, here we go. There it is. So, From the Vault, Series 4. So you guys can see it right in front of you there. We got it up and live and popping on the screen. So, guys, as I have this out in front of me here, and we'll talk to you, and we'll keep this actually right in front of us now. I don't even think you guys can see this. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I'll put it back a little bit more. But, so, right in front of us here, guys, I mean, it's just, off the rip, I'm really not too excited about this set, and the reason being is because, oh, and now the Warrior has changed. Does that say WrestleMania 6? Faded paint. Okay, so here's again where we come to what I'm talking about, where these things don't really make sense. Let's just start off with the Ultimate Warrior. So, Ultimate Warrior from the vault. If we really wanted to get that figure again, and I'm almost positive we've had this figure now 3 times already. We got the Ultimate, we got the Classic Superstars Series 6, Classic Superstars, jeez, you guys already know where I'm going. The Legends, Mattel Legends Series 6, and I don't know if we received it one other time in a basic form. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. All I know is this figure, we have gotten it at least 2 times, if not 3, so this is either going to be the 3rd or the 4th, and here's the problem. From the vault, but we're going to make it a completely new figure. So this Warrior is going to have faded paint on the face. It might not even have paint on the face. We might go back to that head scan that we got with his other Ultimate Edition, where he's breathing really heavy, the cheeks are blown out, and there's no face paint. So could we get that face again? Could we get that head sculpt again? It's very possible. But the problem with that is, again, we are now getting a figure that is not exactly what we already received. So to be from the vault, but not to be the exact same figure, it doesn't really make sense to me. And not even that, it doesn't really make sense to me at all, because I feel like, especially with this series, the point of From the Vault was to really, and I hate to say it, it was to hurt the true hardcore collector. From the Vault, every time they drop a new series, a hardcore collector should be cringing to even open the link, to even see the list of figures that's on it. But if you look at this, I mean, what value is this hurting of anything? And we're going to get to a couple other points, because I know some people are already going to be saying, well, what about the Cody Rhodes, so on and so forth. But listen to what I'm kind of saying here, guys, and take it for, obviously for what it's worth. It's just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments below. But this is just such a tough time to go into this From the Vault series and say, oh, this is such a hard-hitting set, because it's really not. So now we have the Warrior. He's going to have faded paint, so he's going to look nothing of the sort of the last 2 figures. So it's not even going to make a difference as to, that Warrior. As far as I'm concerned, I want that figure, because to me, it's going to be a new figure. It's going to be something we actually haven't received yet, when we now have this Warrior with the faded paint and, so on and so forth. Now, let's jump into the Bray Wyatt. Now, the Bray Wyatt here says that this is going to be, just says From the Vault Series 4. It doesn't give you anything aside from that. The Bray Wyatt is looking to be kind of like a midway Wyatt from, between the true, like, Fiend stuff and kind of like when he started to become a little bit more, I don't want to say characteristic, because he was always a great character, always had a great gimmick, and obviously, rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. I mean, an amazing performer without a doubt. And this figure, I'm debating on what we're going to get here. I mean, if it's a much, much older Elite figure, if it's something that came out, 40, 50 series ago, okay, that would be awesome. That would be great. I would be more than excited for that, but I'm not sure where we're going to go with this. So, again, guys, kind of tough, because now it's like, okay, I would like to get the Warrior myself, and I would like to get him because it's a completely new figure to me. The Bray, I might still want it, just because I may not have the figure. It might be something that I would like to put into the collection. So that could be potentially a 50-50 right now, until we see real images of these figures. And I guess that really could, you could say that stands for all of them. But now let's move on to the Razor Ramon Scott Hall, and he's going to be coming in his purple attire. Of course, we got that back in the Defining Moments figures, and it's actually going to be the same thing when we talk about the Cody Rhodes here. But so that was a Defining Moments figure way, way back. I mean, that Scott Hall came out a long time ago. I remember getting him probably, I think, from Kmart at the time. So going quite some ways back for anybody who knows Kmart. But here's the issue with that again. Scott Hall, Defining Moments in purple. We just recently had him in a variant chase in the Ultimate Edition for purple, which I actually missed out on. So granted, yes, I would like to get this, but it's kind of a hit or miss, because for what I'm going to pay or potentially pay to get this figure, I kind of want to sit there and just go buy the Ultimate. It would probably be just as, just as easy to do that. But to continue with this here, it's tough because, again, Defining Moments had it, the Ultimate Edition Chase had it, and I again do believe that I could be wrong, but at some point in the waves of Mattel, I do think we did get a basic Razor Ramon that may have had purple gear, and I'm, again, not 100% sure, but that means that this figure is either the third or the fourth time that we've received this. So, again, it's very tough. It's a tough thing. It's a toss-up. It's a 50-50. I would really like to get it, but who knows? Maybe getting the Ultimate Edition would be better. I'm not sure. It is something that will be, to be seen when we get these pictures. And last but not least, I am going to end this with the last person in this set. And sadly enough, that's another point that we're going to get to here. But Cody Rhodes. We just recently got this figure only a little over a year ago. I believe just a little over a year ago. And the issue that I have with this is a couple of things. From the vault should be figures that are sought after, that are, not something that I would expect to be recent, something that just came out, something that was just recently released. Here is the issue yet again. If this figure is 110% identical to the Defining Moments figure, I still believe in my heart that the Defining Moments figure should not change a bit, maybe a small margin. But let's just say, an example. Let's say right now that Cody Defining Moments before this figure was announced was going for $100. And I'm just throwing numbers out there just to work off something simple here. Let's just say that figure was $100. With this figure coming out, I see no reason why that Cody should drop to any less than $80. And reason being is because that Cody is in a Defining Moments box, Defining Moments package. It is a tribute to the figure. And when you get this from the vault, Cody, it's kind of like, well, for myself personally as a collector, granted, yes, there's a lot of people out there right now that are going to pre-order this, and they're going to say, yes, I finally got my chance at the Torn Pec Cody. And I'm happy for you guys. I am genuinely happy for you guys. I actually can't wait to see it. Can't wait for it to come in because I don't know if it might give me a reason to keep it, if it might give me a reason to sell it. I'm not really sure. I mean, considering they're both Ringside exclusives, so it's kind of at that point, like you could open one, you could keep one in the box, you could sell one, you could keep one, whatever the case may be. But for somebody like myself, I personally would want it in that Defining Moments box. I feel like the Defining Moments package makes the figure, and unless they're going to add something to this, an example of maybe an entrance jacket, unless we're going to get something like that with it, I can't see a reason to really be any more excited for it than the figure we already have. And if it does come with an entrance jacket, these packages are very small, guys, just to give you an idea. So this is what we're working with here. It is not a lot. It is not a lot of, realty or not a lot of, space here. So you're not working with a whole lot. If they were to give him a jacket, they could place him in the box a little bit off to maybe one side a bit more than the other and put the jacket in the package with him somehow. Because if they do put the jacket on him, well, now you're covering up the torn pec, the bruised pec, the whole point of why we want these figures, right? But I took these out, and I actually have all of these over here, and I was going to go through a few of them, but I'm actually not. I'm going to just kind of use the back of the package to go over this first series. And as you guys can see, the first series of From the Vault back here, and a lot of heavy-hitting names. We have from the Elite Series 7, we have Triple H and Shawn Michaels. From Elite Series, I believe it was 45 or 46, something like that, we've got Devon and Bubba Ray. We've got the Kane Ringside exclusive. We've got the Undertaker Defining Moments figure from quite some time ago. And we've got people outside blowing their horn, trying to mute that out with a little extra talking. But we've also got John Cena from the Defining Moments, and we've got Ultimate Warrior coming out of the Elite Series as well. These figures, guys, were real deal figures when this series was announced. I mean, not only were we getting 8 figures, but 8 really, really good figures. And now, for myself personally, I'll let you guys all know, I have 5 of them in front of me here. I did sell the Shawn Michaels, and I did sell the Bubba Ray and Devon. I already have the Bubba Ray and Devon. I already have the Shawn Michaels. So there was just no point in me keeping those. I, put them up on the MERCARI. And the Shawn Michaels is still up there for anybody interested. But, you know, it's just one of those things where I was happy to get figures that I missed out on. Now we go to even like right now, and there's a few more things that I do want to talk about here, especially going with this Cody Rhodes. We wrap up this set and it's only 4 figures. It's kind of just, I don't know. I think it's a little bit strange that we're cutting down on these series so heavily. And I'm going into the From the Vault page here to be able to see everything, guys. And just to go back and like just to reiterate a few things, we're not going to go over the first series because we have it right here in front of us and I just broke that down for you. We're going to go through this second series here just to give everybody an idea again of kind of what we're dealing with here, what we have, and just again why I don't understand. So the second series of From the Vault also had 8 figures in it. And we'll see here. Can we zoom in a bit here? I don't know. There we go. So we had 8 figures in this set as well. And let's kind of go over these and just a couple of things here. So we have Billy Gunn and we also have Road Dogg from D-Generation X. These figures were, I believe, Hall of Champions Elite figures. I could be wrong, but I believe that that's what they were. Great figures. Figures that people really want. I was so excited. I mean, great that I have Billy Gunn. I have Road Dogg. It's not that I you know, absolutely need these, but I was like, awesome. Road Dogg with a different attire. Billy Gunn with a different attire. I really, really want these. So again, out of 8 figures, we're already 2 out of 8 that we really want. And now we keep moving here. Up next, we have Rikishi. He's got the red kind of like skirt type, you know, overthrow that he would wear out with his, you know, with his waist belt there. And like it's got the little tassels on it and stuff. And I already have the Greatest Hits Rikishi, but that is a different attire from this one. So again, the Rikishi, I really wanted to get it. I wasn't quite sure what I would do when I would get it, but I said, you know, I really do want to get that Rikishi. And excuse me, guys, my screen just closed out on me here, so we're going to go back onto it in just 1 second, but we can keep going because I kind of remember almost everything that was in front of me. But to go into the next figure, Eddie Guerrero, it's like, okay, here's my next problem. You've got Eddie Guerrero. Yet again, we're getting an Eddie Guerrero from Legends Series 6. We've already got Legends 6. We've already got the Eddie that was redone in the Ultimate Edition. I know everybody hated that figure. As so many people, oh, the torso is terrible. The torso just doesn't work. Too muscular, too big. And I completely get that. I really do. I get where people were coming from on that. I do think it still looks great when it's displayed with the shirt on. I think the figure is still a great figure. I do love Eddie Guerrero as, you know, as a performer. Probably one of the only real wrestlers that made me absolutely cry when he passed away. So Eddie Guerrero, you know, being one of the big names of my childhood, and I love the figure. I love to see that he's getting love in the line. But the issue that I have again with that is we just got it. I understand maybe trying to make it better, trying to fix it a little bit. So I completely do understand that. But I don't know. I just can't see myself. I don't know. I just can't see myself getting too excited over that, only because it's just not, you know, it's not something that I really need. So that would be one that would probably go up on the block to wind up on MERCARI for sale. And now as we go back in here again, guys, let's pop this back open, and there we are. So up next, we have The Undertaker as Kane. It was originally a Ringside exclusive. Yet again, a Ringside exclusive. That's another one. Awesome. Completely great. Anybody who missed out on that or might have sold it or wants it back, it's a great figure. It's an amazing figure. It's one that I really want for myself. So again, a great figure, something that I'm really excited for and happy to add to the collection. The Diesel, I believe this is Diesel from Elite Series 16, I believe. I could be wrong, but I do believe it was Elite Series 16. They had the Diesel and the Kevin Nash. And man, I missed that Kevin Nash. I kind of wish I had that back just for the sake of having it. Even though we're kind of getting an update of it with this Ultimate Edition Ringside pack with him and Scott Hall. So we'll see how that goes. But this Diesel from Elite 16, I believe. And I'm so happy to get that again because, again, a figure I had, I sold, I really want it back. I'm so glad to see it again. This whole series, yet again, was like, okay, this is good. This is really great. Now we have the Shawn Michaels DX exclusive that was Ringside as well. Another figure that I sold, and I'm so glad to get it back yet again. So as much as, like I was saying earlier, this is supposed to be for the hardcore collectors to see this go up and cringe and not even want to open it, and that is the case with this series because it's so many great hits. It's absolutely exactly that from the vault. It is figures that are not really new, that aren't extremely recent, and people definitely want them. The only figure in this set, aside from the Eddie, is the Paul Heyman, where I'm kind of like a little iffy about it. But the thing is, I do still really want the Heyman. I think it's a great figure. I love that he has the 2 belts. It's encapsulating and paying tribute to a great time, Paul Heyman's career with Roman Reigns. Still obviously to be seen with what happens in the future. But Paul Heyman, love to add him to the collection. A couple different suited figures of Paul Heyman, few different looks, few different attires, a few different colored suits, I should say. I'm all for it. So that one is great as well. Out of 8 figures, guys, there is only really 2 that I'm iffy about. It would be the Eddie, and it would be the Rikishi. The Eddie's definitely going to go back up for sale. I'm probably not going to keep it. The Rikishi, on the other hand, it's a 50-50. I'm not really sure. But again, guys, from Series 1 to Series 2, we have 8 figures again. So now, as we back out of this, and we go back into more from the vault and to see what else we have here from the vault, ringside exclusives. We'll go back to that. And now I'm only going to review Series 3, and then we're going to wrap up this video, obviously, because we already went over Series 4. And so as we go into this next one, Series 3 was yet again where I was a little bit not too sure how to take this set. There's a couple of things about it that I am not thrilled with. So we'll start right off with Yokozuna. We just got Yoko in the Ultimate Edition, and he is a chase. He is now in this line, and he's also a chase. I don't understand it for the life of me. We had Series 1 and 2 with 8 figures in each, basically out of both sets. I mean, the first set was an absolute hit. Just because I already had the Shawn Michaels and the Devon and the Bubba Ray means absolutely nothing. That was an absolute hit of a set. The second series is an absolute hit of a set. And now, as we just talked about Series 4 only has 4 figures in it, and there is no chase. I did not see anything about a chase. So it's 4 figures. This set is essentially 4 figures, but with a chase, so there's a 5th. But the Yoko, it makes no sense. I don't really understand it. I guess I'd have to get both Target Yokos and both of these Yokos and have them all in front of me to really see like what should stay, what should go. It's very hit or miss on that. I don't know how everybody else feels. Please tell me in the comments below, because that figure just did not make a bit of sense to me. The next figure we have up is Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 25, I believe. WrestleMania 25, or am I wrong on that? I believe it's WrestleMania 26. So WrestleMania 26, Shawn Michaels, and a great figure. It was a Defining Moments figure. I had that figure. Again, sold it, regret it. So glad to see it. I absolutely could not tell you how much the excitement level is to see something like that. And just like these other series, okay, now we're kind of making a little sense here. Okay, maybe we can forgive the Yoko. Nope, can't do that, because the next figure that we got up on the line is Hulk Hogan, coming out of the WrestleMania Hollywood series. He's somewhere on this wall here. I can't find him. Hulk Hogan, the figure just came out, guys. I don't understand what the purpose is in redoing this. Somebody said something about the skin tone changing, being more tan. I have no clue. All I know is when it comes down to it, that figure doesn't belong in From the Vault. Nobody cared about that. Nobody is looking for that. Trust me, this is just crazy to even think that this is in this set. Couldn't even tell you why. Now, we get to the last figure of the series, and it is the mind-blowing, we expected it to happen, but it was mind-blowing when we seen it, because, of course, as we all say, oh, we expect it to happen, but when it finally happens, everybody already knows, guys, you know how it is. We get excited. That excitement level going through the roof, you know, the reading off the charts. And this right here could not even be summed up into words. We have a re-release From the Vault, ringside exclusive, Straight Edge Society, CM Punk. Guys, when I saw this, I don't even know if I could get the money out fast enough. I don't think I could, but this figure is absolutely amazing. Takes the cake for the whole set. Obviously, Shawn Michaels coming in at a definite second, and obviously the Yoko, I guess, coming in at a third, because the Hogan I just don't really see being even a reason to be in there. But so with this, guys, I mean, you know, we had an amazing set here off of just 2 figures, and that's what sucks, because now there's another 3 figures in the set. You got Hogan, you got Yoko, you got the Chase Yoko. It just doesn't make sense, guys. It doesn't make sense to me why they're in there. It irks me so much. And then to see this 4th series come out, and it's like, Well, unless something's different with Cody, I don't get it. The Warrior doesn't make any sense. The Bray Wyatt is a 50-50. And then you look at the Purple Razor Ramon. It just, again, I don't know, guys. I don't think this makes a lot of sense. I think this From the Vault series, unfortunately, with the way things are going, it's really starting to fail. We had 2 series of 8 figures apiece, 16 figures that were brought to us from the Vault series, and we loved it. I don't think there was too many people complaining out there. There might have been a few complaints. I had a couple little ones, but at the end of the day, they were great figures. We get into Series 3, it's like, okay, aside from the Punk and the Michaels, the whole thing doesn't even make sense. And now we're down to 4 figures, and we're putting in a chase, and now we're in the 4th series, and we're still doing 4 figures, but now we're not putting in a chase? I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I have no clue. I have no clue what to say other than we will see what is to come of this if we do see a From the Vault Series 5. I am praying it will start to come back up. It will start to be better. It will start to be what it should be and what it always was from the start. But that is to be seen, just like a lot of other things. And guys, as always, I appreciate you all for being here with me for this video. And of course, as always, listening to me rant, ramble, and go on and on about a whole bunch of nonsense. But really, you know, what is it? What are we going to do here, guys? What can we do? You know, we're just the collectors. We sit on the other side of all of this, and we just wait to get what we want. And hopefully, little by little, we do get what we want. And like I said, some of these figures are still great, but the series is starting to go a little weird. I'm not really sure. So you guys tell me what you think. Drop a comment. Hit the comments below. And as always, drop a comment. Tell me, what do you think about the From the Vault series as a whole? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it failing? Is it on the decline? Do you guys think there's a chance that it makes a turnaround and come back? Do you think that this Series 4 has put the nail in the coffin? It's done. It's over. Put it in the grave. Bury it. Cover it with dirt. It's a wrap. Wait for the daisies to come up. I don't know. I think that if it continues to go this way, it is going to be a fail. It is going to fail, and they are going to have to really bring some great figures out of the woodwork to give us something that is worth actually wanting to purchase, like the first 2 series. And like I even said, even the 3rd series. I mean, I want to buy the 3rd series just for the simple fact that I want to see the Yokos in front of me. I do want the Michaels. I do want the Punk. The Hogan can go right back out for sale. You know, who cares about any of that noise? But who knows, guys? We'll see what happens. But as always, guys, I'm going to wrap up this video. It was a little bit longer than I anticipated, but as always, one last time, guys, I appreciate each and every single one of you. Do me a couple of favors before we go. Hit the like button on this video. Drop a comment. Obviously, it always helps me out with the YouTube algorithm and all that fun stuff. If you have not already, head over to the Matt's Wrestling Collectibles YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, and as well, check out the description of this video. Go and follow me on MERCARI. Check out us on Facebook, where you can also join the Facebook group page, as well as go over to the Facebook main business page for Matt's Wrestling Collectibles. You can like that page, so make sure you like that one. Join the other. Follow me on MERCARI, and make sure you are subscribed to this channel on YouTube. Yeah, we're going to start churning some butter here. Turn on the bell icon if you want to see everything from me and get all updates and notifications for Matt's Wrestling Collectibles. But for myself, for all the figures here at Matt's Wrestling Collectibles, one more time, guys, it is your good friend Matt, and I appreciate all of you for being here with me. Until the next video, I will see you all there. Stay safe and stay tuned.